question for you early in the morning. Where did you create user accounts yesterday? Which program did you use to create the users' accounts?
In the VMware?
Hmm?
Or how did I onto the computer management?
Yeah, computer management. The tool is computer management to create users and groups. And then where did you create the folders? June?
And my drive C.
My drive C?
Yeah.
If there is no my drive, then we cannot create.
Drive C, then I create a new folder.
Try to change your time at job and stay here up till 2 o'clock.
I'm okay because it's a little bit far.
Oh,
That's why.
डिनाई का ऑप्शन दे सकते हैं
क्या?
परमिशन हम डिनाई का ऑप्शन दे सकते हैं
Yeah. Deny actually works when we have same user we have multiple permissions. One user is member of different groups, and if we are denying in one of the group, all permissions will be superseded by deny. Otherwise, usually we don't use deny. If we are not giving the guy up any permission, he's not accessing the folder. We are using multiple groups to assign to different folders, and the guy is member of different groups, right? So we don't want to assign the. We are assigning the permission now the same group, a new folder, but we don't want any specific user to get permission there. Right? So for that we can do that. But even if we are using the group, it will get the permission. We will have to add separately that user and then give the permission. Usually we don't use deny. Any questions from yesterday?
I'm just confused with my role because we created 5 users. I don't know if I'm the admin or the user. That's why I put the allow full control.
You created user with your own name, June 1, June 2, June 3. You couldn't come out of June. So you kept assigning full permissions, right? You didn't want to assign yourself lower permissions, right? So June, when you will work as administrator in any environment, the new employee will come to the environment and you have to create the user for him, user account, so he can access the environment. So the administrators guy, help desk guys keep doing this. So they have to create the users accounts for others. So for others, they have to decide what type of permissions they should have. Usually, when we add the user in our IT environment, we get all the things from HR. HR forward those users to us. Okay, now we have hired these guys, and these guys have roles. So according to their roles, we create user account, and then according to their roles, we assign the permissions. For example, one guy is joining IT department. We would like to, or HR will ask, tell us, okay, man, we give the permissions to IT folders to this guy, right? Then depends, the guy is joining as a manager, as an administrator, as a help desk guy, as a technician, what role he is going to get. So then according to that we give permissions to the folders. necessary for him, right, to work. So same if someone is joining HR department, HR folders are different. So we have to assign the permissions to those folders. So if we are going open forum for the permissions, they may have access to the sensitive folders as well. So in this way we always protect the environment, and we don't want one department's users mess up with the other department. So when you are creating the account, don't assume all of the accounts belongs to you, right? In the lab environment, when we test, you created June 1 and your name is administrator right now. You created an account for June 1. June 1 login. When he complained, you man, I have this issue. Right? Any issue can come across for that user. And who will look after for him? You as an administrator, you take care of the issues. So your role is different. In lab, no one is going to complain us. It's our own lab. We create multiple users and then we keep testing by signing in as a newly added users to the environment. We assume the role of the guy who are coming to the company and we test the things. So you will keep creating the accounts, different accounts throughout the courses, different courses. Without those we cannot move. Clear or still
Yeah.
confused or only confused?
Very clear.
Got it?
So if we create five users in PC1, username, user 1, user 2, right? And in PC2, also 5 users, user 1, user 2. So for user 1, is that same user?
Yeah, it's same user.
Same user.
It's same user.
So if I have a PC3, I didn't create a user 1 account. So how can I use the PC3 for user 1?
Yeah, again, if we want to add another PC in the environment, that is PC3, and you want all of the users access the resources there as well, or the resources belongs to those users on different PCs, they could able to access those resources. You will have to create all the user accounts again.
So we have to create a user in each computer.
Yeah. But nowadays we are not doing this. This exercise, when we will be introducing the Active Directory, you will be able to understand what Active Directory is then. How Active Directory is making our life beautiful. So in these, when we are having only the PCs, peer-to-peer environment, network, in peer-to-peer, each and every PC is sharing the resources. And if we want all the users have access to the resources, we have to create the user accounts on each and every PC. And if we have server in the environment, then we no doubt we are creating the resources on the server only, but even then thanks to you, we have, for example, in our environment right now we have 2 PCs, right? Where we have the resources on both of the PCs, right? Both PCs have the resources. What are the resources there? Everyone created 5 folders here, right? Five folders. Here 5 folders we have on this server. Sorry, on the PC. Now we have 5 user accounts here. And 5 user accounts we have here. These 5 users can access these folders, right? They belongs to this PC. Resources belong to this PC. They can access the resources on this PC. Same over here, these users belong to this PC and they can access the resources of this PC, right? So if I want these users to access these resources, they cannot. The only way is they have to have their user accounts there as well. So they come there and they can log in, right? So if we are another PC here, as many PCs we will keep adding, we will have to have the user accounts there if we want them to access the resources. The next thing we are moving, for example, we add now one server here. We can give it a name, file server. So now we can move all of these resources over here, right? Now my PCs do not have any type of resources. All resources move to file. All 10 folders now we have on this file server. Now, what do you think if these 5 users belongs to these PCs? Can they access the resources there?
No.
Right?
I think you need a permission.
They need the permission. Before permission, what they need?
Connection.
Okay, if you come to the permissions, you said we have 10 folders now on this server. Now we want to assign the permissions to these users to access the resources. How we can give the permissions to the users who doesn't belong to this file server, right? They are not there. How we can add these users who belongs to these PCs over there? We cannot, right? We cannot assign the permissions. To assign the permissions, the resources sitting on this server, we will have to create the same users here as well. So now 10 users we will have to create on this server. After creating these 10 users, we can assign the permissions, right? So we have, for example, one folder name, the only guy who kept creating the user accounts and the folders with the same name. So June 1 is a folder. And we are going to the properties of this folder, right? By going to the properties, if I have any user here, I will be able to add to these folders, security tab and the permissions, right? Then this guy will be able to access this folder. So in this is the environment we always call it's a work group environment, or These are work group. This one is peer-to-peer. And this one is client server. When we did not have the Active Directory, they were calling this one a work group and this one as a client server. But basically both are work group environments. Over here, what the difference in peer-to-peer and client server, peer-to-peer, how we can identify the difference? Shared resources and the management. So where the shared resources are, and how we are managing. So how we are doing management of the resources, right? So if the shared resources are spread across the environment, every node participating in the network, then it's a peer-to-peer. But if the resources are sitting some central place and we have multiple nodes accessing to those resources, then it's a client and server environment. But the thing is, the management, where the management easier if we don't know the Active Directory. Management is way easier on server side, right? At least we don't need to create we can assign the permission at one place to all of the users. Either user belongs to this PC on any other PCs, right? So we can keep assigning the permission at one place. We don't need to go each and every PC to assign the permissions. But the thing is, if we are adding another server here, for example, web server, and we want all of the users access that server as well, then again we have to create 10 users. And we are taking the example 2 users, 10 users. In every production, you guys know, we have hundreds of users. So every day new employees are coming and joining the company, and we will have to keep creating the user accounts on each and every resource in our environment. And we are handing them the PC, right? I have 600 PCs. When the resources are on each and every PC, we are creating the accounts on each and every PC for every employee. But when we have the resources on the servers, no, each PC belongs to one employee. We have 600 PCs, 600 users. Each and every user has its own PC, and now we are keep creating the 600 user accounts on each and every resource we are adding in our environment. It's a client and server. Here see, if we have resources on 600 PCs, how we can protect our data? Hard, right? We will have to assign the permissions on each PC. We will have to back up the data on each PC by going to each and every PC. We will have to back up the data. And here, if we have 10 servers, we will have to back up 10 servers, not the 600 servers. So as gradually we will moving onward, the management is easier and easier and easier, right? Now we have moved towards Active Directory, where we don't need to create the user accounts on any resource, even not on the PCs. We are not creating account anywhere. We are just creating accounts on one server, and it's taking care for everything. So we will discuss Active Directory in Microsoft. So what we have done so far, this one, and now we are going to do this one. So we will add just one server. We need for some other exercises as well. So we will just add a server, and then we will moving towards IP addressing today. So please turn on your machines, or just please bring your workstation up. So ready? So Fatima, are you ready?
Yeah, I don't know, it's not signing. It's
Part- Got it? So please click on it, and then please click next, and now please just browse to the server 2012 R2. Yes. So just find out your ISO file and double click on that, and make sure it's Windows Server 2012 R2 detected. It should like this.
Slow, very slow.
So please click on next.
Wait, sorry.
Where did you get the ISO?
You know, I gave you guys a folder. We had Windows 8.1 Server 2012. Got it or not yet?
ISO
2012 R2.
I have 2012.
Yeah, it's okay. 2012.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's not showing up with C drive.
So guys, please click on next, and then provide a label to this machine. So network server SRV का enough. Network SRV 2012. Is it visible to everyone?
Yes.
Fatima, can you see on the board?
Yeah, I can
You think?
see. I can see. It's better for me to see on the platform. But I can see.
Light bulb. एक ही बटन है लाइट का.
कुछ ऐसे ही है. Actually, यहाँ जगह नहीं है. If we have some space, we can put it back, and then it will be a little bigger. So good.
Yeah.
So please click on next. And 60 GB. Okay, good to go. So next. And then please click on customize hardware. Click on memory, that is already selected, and move it to 4 GB. On right side pane, move to 4 GB. It should be 4096. And then please click on network adapter on left side pane, and in right side please click on custom and use the drop down arrow to get VMnet 2. Our others machine are on VMnet 2, right? So connect this network adapter to VMnet 2 as well. So while we are here, please add another network adapter so we can bring this server to online and get registration, right? Get registered. So please click on add. Do yes. And then please click on network adapter. Next. And again please click on custom and drop down for VMnet 8 NAT. Choose the, please switch where we have NAT. So VMnet 8 NAT. Everyone done? Fatima? John?
Very slow.
Okay, take your time. You want me to go back or it's good?
Custom.
Yeah, custom and then
Drop down.
Can.
VMnet 8.
No.
June turn off your other machine.
so please click on finish. And then please close this window. Click on close. And then please click on finish. Who has used VMware Workstation before? You are using, I guess, Fusion, right?
Yeah, I use VirtualBox.
Right.
In the menu.
So please, on this page, everyone on this page. So don't touch any the first and the last, but in the middle one, please click on drop down arrow and choose English Canada. You guys will have to scroll up. So choose English Canada. Only for middle one. The last one is keyboard or input method. It's for keyboard. So if you will change English Canada here, you guys might get the French layout. So after selecting for the middle, June, did you get it? Then please click on next and then click on install now. So please, the last option on this window, Windows Server 2012 R2 Data Center Evaluation Server with a GUI, the fourth option. Click on this and then please click on next. For license, please click on accept. Accept the license agreement and then please click on next. Now please click on custom install Windows only advanced. And the following window again, just click on next. And let it install, please.
2%.
They are working on for different resources for you guys. So guys, please give the same password we are giving already. Welcome one. W capital. And always make sure what we have typed by just keep pressing on this I button. And then please click on finish. And click on this button to send. Control Alt Delete. And please log in. So if it's asking for your networks, please click on yes. If server manager is up, please just minimize this one, the server manager. And in the bottom see its license is still expired, but we have get the internet connectivity. We have added, we have connected our server to VMnet 8 NAT. So just please refresh couple of times and it should be good. In my case, it has license now for 180 days. So everyone get licensed. Just do couple of refreshes and then it will be good. So everyone got it?
Yes. Not yet. Still expired.
So, recording video में?
This is so slow.
रिकॉर्डिंग्स हैं मास्टर पिछली क्लास के, पिछली क्लास से गलती से कैंसिल हो गया, तो कुछ था भी नहीं कर फोड़ रही थी.
Oh, you're reading?
हाँ,
Is that?
जस्ट आई एम लेजी. Plenty of things to do.
This?
Still expired.
Still
Very
expired?
slow.
Okay, leave it and it will be okay. Guys, please, we are moving forward. So just please right click on this VMware Workstation tab, Network Server 2012 tab, and please choose the second last option, install VMware Tools. In the meanwhile, it will be get registered. Don't worry, sometimes it takes time. So install VMware Tools and try to catch one blue thing will pop up. Try to catch this one. If you guys just click on this one. Who missed it?
Even if it's still expired, sir. Even if it's still expired.
Yeah, don't
it's
worry.
okay.
Yeah, leave it there. You are here, everyone on this page now? No?
No.
Just wait. And please click on this run setup 64XZ.
There is no 64 gig.
Amin, please provide the help. So guys, please click on next, next, next and install. Next, and then following window next, and then click on install. And then it will pop up for restart, and then please restart it.
So about the NAT adapter, we will do it.
Hmm?
We will not disable it or
We're gonna disable, just make sure everyone is on the same page. They got registered, right? So if, when the tools are installed, then click on finish. Jun, you done?
not yet? Okay.
Not yet.
Going to finish. Moving on.
So I will click on finish with you.
Okay, fine.
Got it? So please click on finish, and for restart click on yes. See, it's saying you must restart your system for the configuration changes made to VMware tools to take effect. Click yes to restart now, or no if you plan to manually restart later. So do yes. So is the screen for everyone?
No.
Not yet.
Okay.
I will
Yes.
show you in French, so it's just.
Pardon?
French. Show you in French.
French? Yeah. Good luck.
I didn't choose French, but
Good
I
luck.
changed it to English. I think it's
So please click on this icon and send Control or Delete. So password welcome one. Now Jun, make sure it's registered or not. Is it
Okay.
180 days?
Server manager.
Yeah.
Minimize the server manager, and it's 180 days now.
He's asking about this.
Yeah.
Show him, show him.
Yeah.
So Fatima, please try to change from here.
Yeah, we
I
did.
did it.
It's good now?
No, it's still.
Yeah, whenever we choose the default language, it will be throughout a issue. So Frank, it's 180 days for you. So guys, please right click on this internet icon to go to network and sharing center. Open network and sharing center. And then please click on change adapter settings. And then please the second one, Ethernet one, right click First rename it to WAN. So WAN.
I don't have the second one. I only have net.
You have only one network adapter. Even then you got 180 days. It means the first one you by default had, you connected that to VMnet 8 instead of adding new one. Let me come there, but just hold on. So please again right click on WAN and disable this. And the first Ethernet 0, rename it to LAN. Now please double click on this LAN and click on details. So guys, what type of this IP address is? A pipa. What is a pipa? Simon, what is a pipa? Did you guys go over it on A plus or no? Hmm? Protocol? Let me close it and go to the properties. In properties we have two types of internet protocol versions, version 4 and version 6. If I will go to internet protocol version 4, then properties, what the settings of my network card has. So it's saying obtain an IP address automatically, right? So it's getting the IP address automatically. We are not assigning the IP address to this guy. But if I click on use the following IP address, then these fields are available to me to assign the IP address. Jun, please just watch, right? So if I'm clicking here, obtain an IP address automatically, I can put in the second portion, obtain DNS server address automatically, or I can assign DNS server myself. So we have two types of setting. One is obtain the IP address automatically, and if we don't want automatic IP, what we will do, Simon? No, then we will use the second option, use the follow. See, right now if obtain an IP address automatically, I cannot type anything. It's grayed out for me. But if I'm clicking on use the following IP address, then I can add the IP address manually. So we have two options. If it's obtain an IP automatically and then I will go to the details of this card, I got this IP address. When my NIC card is on the setting of obtain an IP address automatically. But if it's on manual, then what? If I'm changing it to manual, I'm saying I'm gonna assign the IP address myself. Give me one IP address, Simon.
159, 254.
No other than 169. Okay, 192.
311,
311. It's saying okay is not a valid entry. Sayyid sir, why it's not getting 311? It's a number as well. Why it's not getting 311?
More than 2.
So my question is still there. So yes, sir, why it's not getting 311?
Because it's has maximum 255.
255 octet?
No, not active. The maximum is 255.
Now, do you agree with Sayyid sir?
Maximum is what?
Hmm?
No,
Why it's not, accepting 311?
because we have different classes for IP, and 311 is not a class.
It's not a class.
It's not a class.
We deal with just on class.
No, not that.
What is our class?
Class is never getting class.
Okay. So we have some class. So we don't like this one, 311.
Even when it's mentioned over there.
So Andy, why it's not accepting 311? For me, it's beautiful words. Just 3 characters. Andy?
It's just a convention. You cannot use the number larger than 255.
Only up to 55? But why 255 only up till 255?
It's a convention.
It's 8 bits, so it's 1 byte. So it's arranged from 1 to 255.
He is very close. Frank. So which IP address you have? I mean,
We do 155.
after 192 or before 192? I should start from 155?
Yeah,
Okay.
155 90 155.90.99.120.
So guys, you guys can ping to his router. It's the IP address of his router. Am I right or am I right? So is it a right IP address?
Yeah.
Sir, class sir?
It comes in class B, so I think it's right.
It's right. It's class B. Class B, where class B starts from?
128.
128. Your router does not have default gateway.
Yeah, there is.
What is this?
So 155.90.99.
Dot one. So did you notice the first 3 digits are same, right?
Yes.
The last one is changing.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you?
I'm gonna explode.
Guys, be careful. Roger's guys are sitting here. They will give us big punches. Guys, while dealing to computers, we have two types of numbering systems. Which are those? Sora?
Numbering system?
Yeah. While dealing with computers, we may have more
Decimal and binary?
binary. So we have one thing called binary. And one thing we have decimal. What we have in binary? Nawaz?
0 1 0 1
So 0 and 1. And what we have in decimal?
0 to 9.
John, what we have in decimal?
0 1 2 numbers.
Up till what? Fatima?
10 100.
So 0 to 9. This one computer understand, and this one we understand. If it's just only 0 and 1, it fall in decimal as well, so we can understand, right? But the bunch of zeros we cannot understand. So base for the binary, what is the base then of this system, numbering system? Binary system based on then 2, right? We have only 2 digits in this system, in binary. And this guy has sorry. Oh, you bought new one.
It's different, it's magic.
What's it?
Oh, yes.
Sorry, thank you. So we have 10 here, right? So for binary we have base 2 and the decimal system has base 10. If we have zeros and ones, all zeros ones, how we can convert binary to decimal and decimal to binary then? How computer works? There is, nothing is happening automatically, right? On this planet. Everything we configure. We do something and then it starts happening. We have done the programming in our operating systems like that, so they keep converting from this to that. As I was showing you guys the IP addresses, and you guys said 192 and in 3 or 4 portions, right? And it was divided by dot. He gave me IP address 155 dots 90, 91, anything, right? He gave me this IP address and it has 4 portions divided by, who is separating it, these digits? Dot, right? So we have 4 groups in this IP address. Each group we call already?
Each group.
Yeah.
Octet.
Why we call it octet?
Usable 8 maybe.
Yeah, octet means 8. So we have 8 digits in 1 octet. If it's 8, but over here we can see only 3, or maybe over here 2. These are not 8. So these 8 octet is coming from then binary. It means we have 8 zeros or 10 still. 0 or 1s. The IP address we are writing this one, there is in 1960s around, before, as we have discussed earlier, we were using files and folders to access the things, and then the PC came into existence, and the challenge was how to share the data now, how to move the files from one table to another table now. And what did we do? Then a need became into existence. What was that need? Networking, right? Communication. And the big companies and research companies and universities were at that time feeling the need of these things. They said there should be some mechanism we can share the data from one table to another and from one network to another network. And then they use one net, I guess it's net app like that, I can't recall now. They use very old one, the networking operating, the protocol, IP, and then it changed to IP. That is, we call nowadays we are using TCP IP. And TCP IP is a bunch of protocols together, working together. It's a group of protocols. And it involves plenty of protocols. They are working in this stack, TCP IP. We are dealing with today, talking about only in IP. So Internet Protocol. These ones are IP address, Internet Protocol address. And TCP IP protocol based on 32-bit. So it's a IP addressing, 32-bit IP addressing, right? In 32-bit, we said in one octet we have 8, and in fourth octet then 32. Second octet, then octet, and then octet. 8, 8, 8. So we have 4 octet in this IP address. 4 octet means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's all together 32, right? When we were discussing OSI model, we said that data travel on the wires, on the media in zeros and ones. If electricity or light is on, then 1. If it's off, then it's 0. If we think all the bits are on, then what can be the value of one octet? Maximum?
256.
256. How did you calculate it?
So basically 1 is powered by 2 because of the binary. But 8 bits is powered by 2. Each one of them. 1 bits is powered by 2. So if we calculate that, it will give us 256.
So if all bits are on in one octet, and we are saying maximum numbers are there 255, as all IPs altogether 256. How we get that 255? How we convert from binary to decimal or decimal to binary? over here in decimal 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, as we are moving forward, each and every digit has its own value. In decimal, it stays zeros and ones, but the value of the binary is according to the position of the binary. Where this digit belongs to, what the position of this digit is in binary. So wherever this position is, we go with the position. We said binary base is 2. Over here, if we go with the 2 and we are taking only one octet, base is 2. The first thing is 0, 2 to the power of 0, then 2 to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Altogether 8. 0 to 7, 8. I said we know the binary value according to its position, where it falls, where it belongs to. If it's here, the position is different. If it's here, position is different. If it's here, position is different. So each number, either it's a 0 or 1, its position is, the value is according to the position. And if we are going 2 to the power of 0, what is the number?
0.
1.
1.
Any digit, when it has its power 0, is
16.
1,
1.
equal to 1. Any digit. The power 0 is 1. 2 to the power of 1, 2. 2 to the power of 2, 4. 2 to the power of 3, 6.
3 times
8.
It means 2 into 2 into 2. How many now, June?
4.
2 to the 2 into 2, 4. 4 into 2, 8. Right? And 2 to the power of 4, 16. It means 1 time more 2. Right? 16. Then 32. Then 64. And then add all of them. So 128, 64, how much?
192.
Snoring is not allowed. You can sleep, but snoring will be prohibited. So if we are adding them all together, 128, 64, 192, 224,
240.
240, 248, 242, then maths is at 254 and then 255. So we have 255 here. So from here we are getting 255. So in one octet maximum we may have 255 maximum. If all bits are on, if all bits are ones in one octet, then we can go with these numbers, right? So if 2 to the power of 0 to 2 to the power of 7, altogether 255. So in one digit, one octet, we may have 0 to 255, any number, it's a first octet. In second octet, how many? 0 to 255. Third, 0 to 255. Fourth octet, 0 to 255. So now if all bits are on, we may have maximum 255. But it's not the case in every scenario, right? It can be few bits on, few bits off, then number will fall in between 0 to 255. The minimum number we may have in any octet is 0 and the maximum 255. from here when we were typing in the subnet mask, the number was coming from here. It means we assumed all the bits are on there, right? So then we had 255, 255, 255, and we assumed in last one octet all the bits are off. Then we can get the 0. So when we convert from binary to decimal or decimal to binary, we take this calculation as a binary conversion table. Now we know from where we are getting these numbers, how we calculated these numbers. So after getting this, we know in one octet, each binary position is this. At this position is 1. At this number, position is 2. Third position is 4, right? But up till end, it's 128. So these are the binaries position we use to calculate from binary to decimal and decimal to binary. So can I write this table here? I will go with the power so you guys can understand what's going on. My all bits are on. Whenever we convert from binary to decimal and decimal to binary, we always take one octet. We don't go for all 32. One octet, which octet we are dealing, it will be the same. If we are dealing here, it means we are converting from binary to decimal and decimal to binary in this octet. Then second octet, third octet. If we need to convert, we will convert using only taking one octet and convert it. Then the second octet, then fourth octet, right? It's like this. So if my all bits are on, it's my conversion table, binary conversion table. All bits are on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if all are on, we said we can add up all the numbers, right? So if you are adding up all the numbers, what's the answer is? 255. I added all of them. 128, 64, 192, 224, 240, 248, 252, 254 and 255. And now if I have 1 0 0 1 0 0 1 0, then what will the only thing I need to do, I need to write these binary positions under that table. So 1 is 1, then I have 0, then I have 1,
Again,
0, 1, 0, 0, 1 and 0. Which binaries are on now? Where the binary position is on? 128. I will add 128. Here its position is 0, so it will be 0. It's again 0. 16, so it's 0, 0, 2. So we will add up only those headings of the column. Underneath we have on bits. Where bits are on, we will add only those headings. So 128 plus 16, how much? 142? 144?
Yeah.
And 2? 146. Rest are zeros, right? So it's 146. If I want to check this number, either did I write or wrong, then how can I verify? No, it means, see, first I converted from binary to decimal, then I will convert from decimal to binary, and it should be get the same numbers, right? And how can I do that? Sorry. Okay.
This is the easiest part.
No, but like different
I think I know.
Okay.
So we'll divide that by 2 until it's 0 or 1. Oh, not divide, it's subtract.
So guys, I'm giving you few binaries. Before going to break, convert it to decimal, and then we will do how to change from decimal to binary. First, write down on your notebooks.
Divided it by 2.
We'll give you 0.
Okay, I will give you a chance.
Oh no, I have a question actually before we get into that. I said 256. Now my concept in mathematical, 8 power of 2 gives you 256. Now why we have 255 there?
0 to 255.
Yeah, 0. Yeah,
0 is there as well.
Yeah.
0 is there, that's one.
Yeah.
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 But when the IP will start in the first octet, when we are dealing with the decimal, we will not going to add 0,
Yes.
right? In decimal.
Yeah.
Otherwise, over here in first octet, when we are dealing with decimal, the position will be from 1 to 255. The rest octet will be going from 0 to 255. Because in our decimal, right side numbers have value. Right side 0 have value, left side have no value. in decimal. But if it's a binary, we are going to write 0 as well.
And also one more question. Doesn't this 0 act as a separation of the octets?
No.
That's why we have 0 there?
This one?
Otherwise, else we should have had 256, 256, 256, 256. So that 0 is basically the
No.
network.
No, actually, this is a conversion. When we are coming to conversion, we have to start from the 0.
Oh no, I agree, yeah. But I'm not talking about conversion. Like technically, like subnet mask. So they are divided into octets. 0 is basically dividing them.
No, it's not dividing them.
No?
No, I will,
Okay.
later you will understand.
Okay.
It's not dividing, it's part of numbers.
Yes.
It's part of numbers.
Oh,
So second, guys, so just for, please give me the decimal number against these binaries, and then you guys can go to break, otherwise no break.
Can you give it? Can you give it them?
No. I want others as well. Okay, you guys may go to break. Who understand we are good, you may have.
Was actually this. I wasn't using this idea. It's much easier.
Yeah.
The one I was using is like sometimes misses.
There are plenty of ways, and I found this the easiest one.
Yeah, this is like very easy and very good. You will never lose something there.
Yeah. June, what is the answer of it? The first one.
It's 243. 243.
243. I mean, agree? 243 here.
2.
June is saying the answer is 243. So 192 here. 224. 240 and 3 243, right?
Indeed.
Simon, you got the same answer? Okay, what is for second number? 194? So 192 and 2. 194, right? Frank, what's the answer for the third one?
So one is
5, 31.
6?
31.
31?
Yeah.
Is it right?
Yes.
Okay, what is the answer
31.
for this?
16 plus 8 plus 4 plus
I mean 32. Oh, yeah, 31.
Actually, he's not forgetting.
Plus 1.
And what is the last one?
62.
62? Everyone got the right one?
62.
Almost 62? Oh, good. After lunch, no one is sleeping. So guys, if I have 167 decimal number, so how to convert it in binary? 167 decimal to binary.
Divide by 2.
You were saying some, please come here. Yeah, come.
I'm really not good at maths. Yeah, so it's 167 divided by 2. Uh,
83.5.
huh?
83.5.
83?
0.5.
83.5. So its remainder is 1. 83.5. So there is a remainder 1. Because it's not an even number. It has to be an even number. When you're doing 167, like it cannot be divided by 2, there is remainder. What is the remainder? Either 1 or 0.
Okay.
So it should be, the remainder is, let's say 1.
No, it's
Yeah.
Okay, move forward.
So we will do like subtract by 2,
No,
divide
keep
by
doing
2.
It, keep doing it and bring it the 8 numbers. 8.
Yeah, 8 digits.
8 digits.
Yeah. So until it becomes 0. So then again 83 divided by 2. Still we have 1. 83. So it's like, let's say 40. Remainder is still 1.
Sort
Yeah,
41
yeah.
and
41 and remainder is 1. Then 41. Then, okay. I'll carry on here. I'll do it here. 20 divided by 2. Remainder is 0. Then again, sorry.
10. Oh, 10. It should be 10. Right?
Yeah, 10. Remainder is
1.
yeah 1.
no 0.
0. Then again 10. 2. It's gonna be 5. 0. Then again 5. Remainder is
2, 1.
2. 0.
It's 1, remaining 0.
So then we will write this backward.
Right here.
Continue.
0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, and then 0, 0. Oh, sorry.
Okay, now we have at second number we have 64,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have 8, right?
8 4 2 1. 8 4 2.
8, 4, 2.
8,
4, 2.
And then please, can you please add them up?
72.
It's 64, 72, 74, 76. Answer is 76.
You take the numbers 1.
Yeah.
You start from
Wait, 2 times 2. First of all, so now 2 times 2 equals 1, and the remaining is 0. Then 1 times 2.
where is 1 times 2?
Yeah, you have here. You have 5.
You can help him if you want. Go and
Yeah.
help him.
This one?
It's better if you can do it.
How many digits now? How many digits now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, one more.
One more, which is the down one. So 1 times 2
1
equals.
divided by
Yeah.
Yes. What's
Yeah, it's 1, 1.
No, half divided by 1 divided by 2,
Zero
it should be
and
half.
one.
There is nothing remaining.
So remainder is still 1.
Yeah,
There is
so
a
it's
remainder,
zero.
1.
It's
Zero and
zero
one.
So we
remaining.
still have 1
Yeah,
remainder.
so it's 0
This
remaining.
remainder comes here, actually. Anything remainder comes here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then this is 1.
No, you have to change all this one.
No,
This is wrong.
then
Oh,
you
yeah,
put
yeah, yeah.
7, put 8.
Cancel it
Better
all.
to put here.
Cancel it all. Do it again, yes. 1, 0, 1.
Yeah, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1.
Yes.
Now calculate them.
Yeah. So 2, 4, 8, 64, 1,
It will be
No,
32.
just 2 off. 32.
32, right?
yeah.
Now how much it is?
No, Saurabh, should be 4, 2, 1.
It becomes 174.
4, 2, 1. The last
Yeah,
one.
174.
1, 2, 1.
From 1
Confusing me
to
here.
4.
Let me recap.
No, he is saying instead of
Oh, yeah,
8
yeah, yeah,
is
yeah.
1, 2, 4.
1, 2, 4. Correct.
Yeah, now it's 167.
Yeah.
167.
Not sure. Good.
So, understand?
Good. Appreciate.
We'll take one picture. We'll take one picture.
Yeah, yeah. It's there.
Remember, 1 goes back to it's a the chart. We need this chart.
We have another way. We have another way which is easy.
So another way is, as Saurabh did, he is absolutely right. But if we want to stick with the binary conversion table, then we have the way. As we just, if we have the binary digits and we are putting under the headings of our binary conversion table, and we are adding up all the ones, right? All the on bits. The headings against the on bits, we are adding them together, we are getting the decimal number. And if we have decimal number, for example 167, the answer will be the same. So if we have 167 to convert it to binary, then always we ask one question to ourselves. So either this number is equal or greater than this heading, the first heading. Either this number is our target number, our desired number is greater than the first heading, equal or greater than. If it's a greater than, then we will subtract this heading from this number. See, 167 minus 128. How much? 39?
Yeah.
So if it's equal or it's greater, we will put 1 here. And if its number is lesser than this, then we'll put 0. What the question we ask? This number 167, it's variable, right? We can change it, whatever number we need. Is equal or greater than the heading, right? Respective heading. So if it's greater or equal, we will put here 1 and we will subtract this heading from our number. Now we have 39. The second time the question will be for 39 and the heading will be the second heading, the next heading, right? So either 39 is greater than this or equal. No, right? Not it's equal, not it's greater. It's lesser. So if its answer is no, then put 0 here. It's not equal to 64, it's not greater than 64. So answer will be 0 and we will move to the next heading. Now the answer question is 39 is greater than 32 or not? Equal or greater or not? It's greater, right? So we will put 1 here and we will subtract this heading from 39. What is remaining now? 7. Now our number is 7. 7 is equal or greater than 16? No. Huh? No. Either 7 is equal or greater than 16. No. If no, then put 0 and then move to the second heading, next heading. Now 7 is equal or greater than 8 or no? No, then 0 and move to the next. 7 is greater, equal or greater? Yes.
Yes.
It's greater. So 1, where is yes, we are putting 1 and subtracting the heading from the number. So remaining is 3. Now either 3 is greater than 2, right? It's greater. So 1 and now remaining is 1. 1 is equal or greater than 1?
Equal.
Equal. Again 1.
It's easier.
So now our answer is for 167 1010011. The same Saurabh got the answer. And if you are adding the headings 128, 32, 160, 164, 166 and 167. Now we can verify, okay, our answer is right. So it's easy, right? Easy to convert from binary to decimal and decimal to binary. Now please, I have 192, 168, 55.10 IP address. Please convert it to decimal.
Binary.
Sorry, binary. It's decimal, convert it to binary. After converting this into binary, then please convert this one. So what we are going to do, just we are putting the heading on top, and then first we are converting 192 into binary, and we are putting the number underneath, right? Then 168, then 55, then 10, right? In this way we can get the decimal, the binary position, right? And then for this and that. ये आप गेम खेल रहे हैं? अच्छा आप में वो है
ट्रायंगुलेशन ये जो मिक्स हुआ है वो उसको मैं ऐसे ही
ये कौन सा प्रोग्राम यूज़ कर रहे हैं इसके लिए?
ये फोटो एडिटिंग
फोटो एडिटर। ये पार्ट ऑफ द ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम है या
पार्ट ऑफ दैट
ये कौन सा आपका iOS?
iOS नहीं है
एंड्रॉयड है?